Why, hello there. Why, hello there. Welcome to the stream. Getting stuff set up real quick, so just give me a second. Got Freddie over here, being a boy, being his usual self, being the star of the show. So just give me a minute. Get everything pulled up here. Oh, Ashlyn, did you did you do hydrate while I was off stream? Hi there, Valaire. Welcome. Just give me 1 second, chat. I'm trying to make sure I don't forget anything. Okay. Fred. Fred, I love you. Baby boy. Baby boy. Hi there, Susie. Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to the stream. Hope everyone is doing relatively well, all things considered. Got the requires attention. True. True and real. He is very attention hungry. That is for sure. For sure. Okay. My beverage of choice for stream tonight is Trader Joe's tangerine vanilla sparkling water, which is like out of season right now, so you can't get it, but I have it. Someone knocked over my blowhigh. Red. Job went well despite being tired. Yeah, working tends to do that. But I'm glad it went well for you. I think you said it was like a food job or something. Definitely been there, done that. So totally relate to that. But yeah, I hope that is going well for you, continues to go well. I do, like working in food is extremely difficult, extremely hard. I prefer it over retail, but I don't know. It's like picking between two evils, you know. Lurking, but have fun. Oh, thank you, Wild Pikachu. I appreciate that. Lurking is totally fine, totally chill, totally valid. Retirement home. Oh, right. Yeah, I've heard things about retirement homes that are not necessarily great, so I hope you found a good one. I know that Riverboat Jack is streaming right now. So we share some audience members, which likely means that um some of you are watching her right now instead of me, which is totally fine. My fault for not getting up a little bit earlier. It seems like Riverboat Jack and I are sort of like we're like on a similar sleep schedule or something. Like we are on a very similar schedule, and I'm not sure what to do about that, to be totally honest with all of you. I feel like really at the end of the day, it is what it is. It'd be cool if I was more consistent in being able to like stagger things, but tis what it is. Valaire quit your job as a chef years ago. Restaurant industry doesn't pay nearly enough to deal with the headache. No, that's true. It is absolutely it's hard work. I mean, it's real hard work. Like it's tough. Hi Alexandria. I don't know if I said hi to you. I think I might have, but I might have just like completely forgot. Cugsley said, don't sweat it. I lurk both of you simultaneously. That's so funny. That is so funny. Yeah, I mean, if you do that, thank you. I do appreciate that. That's really nice. Hey Madison, welcome. If Hassan could be president, everything would be okay, to be honest. Uh, you know, I think policy wise, I'd probably be happy with him as president, but I do think that like streamer president is probably not a super good idea. Probably not. Um, The hours I get will the hours I will get are decent, better pay, but at least it isn't fast food. Yeah, yeah, like, fast food pay is real bad. Um, yeah, no, so I don't really think like, so that's for instance, sometimes people jokingly like, of course, jokingly, but sometimes people in my chat, they, like, jokingly say, like, "Leah 2028" or whatever, and, like, let's be honest, no. Like, I don't like, I get that, like, maybe my policy positions that I, like, advocate for are things that people agree with, so they're like, "Yeah." But, like, not only would I not want to run like, I don't even wanna run for office, let alone, like, president, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like, running for oh, Piper, why did you do that? Why did your goober brain do that? Okay, whatever. She's in my bookshelf. There's a cat in my bookshelf. That's okay. She's probably gonna knock all my books off. I tried to watch you play Helldivers, but it was too much stimulation. You mean you couldn't handle all the screaming and all the frustration and all the like me and Paige like freaking out? You didn't enjoy that? That wasn't the vibe that you normally come to me for? No, it's okay. Um I like playing games like that because I think that they're exciting to watch. But yeah, maybe it would be a good idea to do some like games that aren't necessarily as intense. Like even with Helldivers, like we didn't have to do the cyber stand stuff, but it just felt like we should have because, it was the thing going on at the time. It was a big deal, and if we didn't play it then, who knows if you yeah. Unless that streamer is Cat Abugazela. I actually don't know who that is necessarily. Not in America. That is too much of a leap for people to handle a trans woman for president. No, of course not. And like it's joking, of course. Like people are joking when they say that. But also like I feel like people aren't necessarily joking as much when they say that I should run for like state office, but I don't really I don't really like I don't think I would be good in office cuz I don't have respect for like I don't have respect for like what do you call it? For uh decorum, that thing, or like institutional bullshit or whatever. Like I don't know. And like I just feel like the system like I'm too contrarian. I'm too like um anti-establishment. Like I would hate that so much. Welcome, Sam. What's up? I thought I'd stop in before I do other stuff. Oh, cool. No, that's chill. Welcome. And it's cool if you can't stay here forever. I totally understand. Did I set up monetization correctly? Let me make sure I did. I actually did not set it up correctly, so I'm glad I checked. That's good. People joke about Ringo Starr being president. That's funny. Fun fact, cats carry something called toxoplasmosis that produces a protein that makes humans pretty. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. She's a Palestinian American running for Congress in Illinois. Oh, that's cool. I don't have respect for bureaucrats. I'd suck as a politician too. Yeah, I just feel like most normal people would not want to do that job because it's horrific and terrible and bad and terrible and bad and stuff. So I mean I don't think that that's like a revolutionary take from me or anything. But yeah, it's definitely real. Like I want to encourage leftists to run for office, but I just don't think that I would be good at that. I think that this is where I belong. Like I think that doing something like this, like commentary, talking about things, politics and stuff, like I think that's kind of where I belong and what I should be doing and, you know, stuff like that. I didn't believe it at first either. How does it make you pretty? That doesn't make sense to me. Makes you go insane. Yeah, I've heard that before. that they like your risk of schizophrenia increases if you're around a cat. You a good boy, Fred. Yes, you are. Yeah, I'm definitely crazy, but that's okay. But it also makes you attractive? What does that mean? How? Getting an office sounds easy, but I can't imagine the mental toll on non-regressive people. I don't know if it sounds easy. I think it sounds horrific. I don't think getting that, you know what I mean? Like I don't think getting elected would be uh easy. I think that would be hard. Back in chat. Welcome, Dadzilla. It's good to see you. Sorry that streams have been so late lately. That it's been hard for you to be here. As someone with AIDS, my doc told me to get rid of my cats because of toxic. Oh, really? Huh. Some proteins cause physical changes. Well, right. I just don't understand. I got a new dog. Oh, yeah. I wouldn't want to live without cats either. Um, Phenotypic characteristics might be altered by the parasite's increased likelihood of spreading. Is that like a study? Or is that real? Or is that like just like something people uh well anyway, that's like really besides the point, honestly. It's really behind besides the point. Someone earlier, when we were talking about Helldivers, they said, you seemed more pressed. Yeah, Volaire said you seem more pressed playing Helldivers than you do talking about serious political stuff. Yeah, my gamer rage knows no bounds. I do get really, really, well, it depends on the game. But yeah, my gamer rage is intense. I have years of experience training, screaming at screens as I play shooters and stuff, so very much a thing for me. As we get going here, just a couple things. Have my link tree pinned in chat on both Twitch and YouTube. You can watch on whichever platform you want. You can find all my links in the link tree, but you can also find my links in the description of the YouTube stream. So if you want to go through the YouTube description, you can find stuff there, or you can just use the link tree, whatever works for you. Got a variety of platforms you can support me on. You know, we got Twitch, we got YouTube, I've got Instagram, and I've got like a Patreon. If you want to help me monetarily, you can support me on Twitch, YouTube, or Patreon, but Patreon gives me the best cut. So please and thank you to everybody there. I would really love the support. We are making good progress with the channel. Like, you know, it's nice to see things growing. So that's good. The growth is partially limited by my own ineptitude. uh and so I need to be a little more consistent about releasing like videos and stuff. Which is actually something I wanted to talk about. I recorded a video on one of my recent streams about art in capitalism and stuff. And first of all, I don't know, it was just like the mood I was in or something, but I just like did a really bad job recording the video. Like I genuinely feel like I explained what I was trying to explain really poorly. And I want another shot at it. Like I feel like I could do better, more entertaining version of that video. And that's unfortunately one of the real things about me like recording on stream is that like actually I just remembered I need to delete some of my old streams because I have like 10, and if I don't delete them I'm not going to have any space. There we go. Yes, so I want to redo the recording of that video. I apologize for any of you that may have like heard me do it last time, and in there like now you're going to hear me redo the take, like give the take again. But I just feel like it's worth it. So that'll be my next video probably. But I do have a couple other video ideas, and um I also want to start releasing short. So if anything really funny happens in chat or like in stream and you feel like it would make a good short, you know, just clip that or something in chat, and I will like write down the time of the thing so that I can go back and clip it later for a short. So yeah, if anyone wants to do that, that would be really nice. You don't have to, but I'm just saying it would help me out a lot if something funny happens and y'all wanna help out the channel. Freddy Boy clips? Yes, I think that that would be smart too. Welcome, Kitten Claws. Andrew, welcome. Watching Gamer Rage gives me life though. I was entertained. That's good. I'm glad that my anger entertained you. That was the goal. That was the goal. Um I mean, you can extract many proteins from things. We're currently researching scorpion venom to cure diseases and cancer. Toxoplasmosis can still cause outbreaks, and some zoos have had outbreaks. Oh, okay. Some deranged accelerationist I knew says he's going to vote for the GOP in every election this year, or else we'll all be back to brunch. Oh, what? Claims to be left wing, but insults anything opposing GOP. Mackenzie, that person sounds like you're right. They sound deranged. I just think like yeah. Can't wait to move. I'll finally have a dishwasher. Oh yay, that's exciting. Uh, sounds like I shouldn't get a cat. I'm pretty and insane enough. That's funny. By Are We Screwed? Who's we? Welcome to the chat and burr. And by we, I mean like everybody. Like this is all of us collectively together. There's, I mean, like, look, I just, it is very clear over the years. Biggest of bugs. Hello. It's been very clear over the years that like institutional pressure kind of defers to not letting like America is the land of non-accountability. Like what's really funny about that is that we have the Republicans, which claim to be like the party of accountability or whatever, but they're anything but that now. If anything, they've turned into the party of the lack of accountability, and unfortunately, that's just kind of what like our country has been that way for a really long time. It's been a really long time since politicians have had to face any accountability for any of the bad things that they've done. Um, like, I mean, Trump first term, right? Like, he attempted an insurrection. Like, he tried to overthrow the government. And everyone, after the Democrats took power again, it was just this whole thing of like, oh, well, actually, now we have to like move on. Now we can't talk about this ever again. And now we have to like bury the hatchet. And now we have to do this and that. And it's like, holy shit, like, no. Like the fact that Trump wasn't removed from office the day after January 6th, the fact that he was not tried, convicted, and locked up directly after January 6th, like, that is just, I mean, it is a level of insanity, that we have never that the world does not experience outside of America. Like, in South Korea, I'm pretty sure it was South Korea. The president tried to overthrow the government, similar to Trump. He tried to coup the government to do an insurrection. He failed, and then he was arrested by the military, removed from office, and thrown in jail. And like that is what should happen here in the United States, but it doesn't. But it doesn't. And unfortunately, I have a strong feeling that the Democratic Party, call it a hunch, I have a feeling that the Democratic Party has not learned their lesson at all on this. And as much as I would love to have accountability for all of the horrific things that we're learning about, it really, really feels like that's simply not going to happen. And like, but like, honestly, like, that's why I keep saying, if we have a candidate who says anything, like, other than "We need to lock these people up," like, if we have a candidate who says something like, "Oh, we need to bury the hatchet," like, if Gavin Newsom tries to run in 28 and he's like, "Oh, we need to bury the hatchet." No. No, 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 no. That is one of the, honestly, many reasons why I have committed myself to essentially saying that, like, I will not vote for Gavin Newsom. I will not do it. Like, if he runs for office and is anything less than a perfect progressive, which, like, honestly, he's not gonna be, and even if he ran a perfectly progressive campaign, that we all know that would be smoke and mirrors bullshit. Like, we like, I you would have to be dumb to trust someone like him. And so I like, that is part of the reason why I'm saying stuff like that, because like we cannot, like, this country cannot continue without a hard reset of these people. Like, we cannot move forward without like, as a legitimate country, without having some sort of mechanism for accountability, some way to make sure, like, we need these people tried. We need these people thrown in office. We also need to reform the entire system, and we need to make sure that something like this can never ever happen again. And so if that does not happen, if that is not on the docket, then what the fuck are we doing here? Like, if I elect, if I vote for Gavin Newsom in 2028 and he just keeps things as is, if he's just a status quo president, then honestly, like we're just shooting ourselves in the foot. So I I I just we need to make it like his unpopularity among the leftist base needs to be so incredibly evident that he just gives up before even trying to run in the primary. Accelerationists think the worse things get, the quicker things will improve, when in reality it gets a lot of people hurt and very rarely turns into progress. No, you're right. Accelerationism as a philosophy is generally speaking not helpful and is not like a good solution to a problem. Um, like there's like for instance, someone in my Discord was chatting about politics and they're like, who knows, maybe we won't have capitalism in 5 years. And I'm just going to be so real with all of you. Like, I would love for us to turn into a socialist country and to have socialism and to have social safety nets and to have things funded so that people could live a happy life and not have to worry about healthcare, not have to worry about housing, not have to worry about that stuff, right? Like, I would love that. But if in 5 years we went from capitalism to like not capitalism, we would all die of starvation. Like, we would all literally be dead. So I don't want that. Like, I don't want our country to like, I don't want us to achieve socialism via like 30 million people starving to death. Like, I just don't want that to happen. So I just like, we need, I don't want it, and like, and also like we can't have incrementalism either. Like, we need to take real steps. Like, we need to have like a president who gets universal health care. We need to have a president who, you know what I mean? Like, we need to have, in 4 years we create a system to have an on ramp to uh like free healthcare, and like free college, stuff like that. Like, this needs to be done over the course of time so that capitalism slowly, not maybe not super slowly, but like kind of slowly morphs into something that's way better and is no longer capitalism anymore, right? Like, that's why a lot of people advocate for things like democratic socialism, because that's sort of like this in between state where you're sort of like in the process of turning a capitalistic country into a socialistic country via democracy. Like, that is sort of the point of democratic socialism. So, like, I think internalize that, but we can't accept these do nothing Democrats anymore. We can't do it. Like, it's not an option. It's not even close to an option. And if that's what the Democratic Party tries to run in 2028, we need to stand firm and say, like, no, absolutely fuck you and go fuck yourself. And like, I am not voting for this guy. Like, I'm not voting for him. Literally will not do it. And all of these people, all of these vote blue no matter who people, I'm so sorry, but like, where were all of, like, Schumer and Jeffries, like did they vote for Zoran? Did Jeffries vote for Zoran? No, he probably voted for Cuomo. Like, all of these vote blue no matter who people, they say that when it's an establishment Democrat like Joe Manchin or Cinema or something, right? Like, they love to pull it out when it's like this do nothing neoliberal corporate Democrat, but when it's an actual progressive candidate, suddenly their lips are sealed. Suddenly, the independent choice is an option. You know what I mean? Like, these people are fucking hypocrites, and like, I refuse to listen to advice from people who don't take their own advice. That's just like, Yeah. Woo! Let me, it feels crazy to wake up and act normal right now. I know, like, honestly, like, watching news coverage, because like, obviously I watch, like, a certain amount of news coverage to just, like, see a story or see how they're reporting on a story. And watching news people cover this, like, literally people should be like reporting on this with their hair actually on fire. Like we should, like, reporters should be like drinking like an entire bottle of vodka on air and then just being like, what the fuck is the point anymore? You know what? Like, that is the kind of reaction that is valid during this kind of situation. And this sort of like holding pattern, uh normalcy, like normalcy maxing that these fucking news media channels are doing. It's just insincere, pathetic, and shows like how, like, these people are not actually speaking their mind. They're not actually speaking their thoughts. They're clearly just parroting whatever line they're being paid to parrot. Woo! Step one, get the fascists out. Step two, hold the new administration accountable and make them work for the people. Yes, exactly. Exhausted Axolotl, welcome to the stream. Johanna said they sure do love to scream about progressives, though. True. I can't believe no one is getting consequences from the proof in the files as well. Yeah, I mean, like, the fact that there have been zero arrests, that's just like you can't, like, that's just not, doesn't make, like, what we live in a banana republic. Like, we live in like a fake country. Gavin Newsom's PR team should run instead. No, because if they were selected by Gavin Newsom to work on his team, they're probably also neoliberals, and they're probably just like paid to try to cater to parts of the left online that will, you know what I mean? Like, it's fake. It's fake. Anything that comes out of the Newsom team, like, that seems acceptable, is just fake. We need to box Newsom out of running in 2020, before we even get to 2028. We need to have picked a strong front runner by then. Yeah, I agree, Madison. Like, we need to throw our backing behind someone who's actually gonna stand up and do something good, and be someone we can throw our weight behind. Passed my bio exam and moving out of my crazy housemate's place, and I have an EP coming up this month. I don't really feel screwed, and I'm a trans girl of color. My life's not perfect, but not screwed. No, I mean, I understand what you're saying. I'm talking about on a macro level. Like, my life is better than it's ever been. Like, I like, be so real with all of you. It feels like the world in our country is completely collapsing around us, but my life is like better than it has ever been, ever. Right? So you can hold both of those things in your heart, right? Like, both of those things can be true, and that's okay. It doesn't invalidate, like, one of those things being true doesn't invalidate or exclude the other one from being true. As we are going here, can everyone please hit the like button on the YouTube stream? That would help me out a lot. If you're not following me on Twitch, please follow me on Twitch. Let's just try to keep the momentum going here. That would be really lovely. Thank you all so very much. Out of the eligible and viable candidates, AOC is our best option for 2028, in your opinion. I would say right now it kind of seems that way. I would love for there to be someone who would come out of nowhere. Like, honestly, I'm just really concerned about how establishment pilled AOC has become over the years. Um, I really do think we need a president who has absolutely no respect for decorum like Trump, and has no respect for the establishment processes. Like here's kind of my gut check, right? If someone's going to run for president as a leftist, if they get into office, let's say they try to do like universal health care. Let's say, actually, let's do something even easier. Let's say they try to get rid of student debt. Let's say they try to do what Biden tried to do, and they try to just cancel student debt. So they're the president. Whoever the president is can literally just do that. Like, unilaterally, the president is the essentially the holder of all the debt, right? The US government is. So they can just be like, "Hey, you no longer owe us that debt because we've decided that you no longer owe us that debt." And what happened with Biden essentially was that the parliamentariat, this secret puppet strings force behind the scenes in the government was like, you can't do that actually. And Biden was like, "Oh, okay, I guess I can't do that." And then he tried one other thing and then was shot down by the courts and then gave up. We need a president who's gonna like the parliamentariat is gonna be like, "Hey, you can't do that actually." And they're gonna be like, actually, go fuck yourself because I am doing it and I have done it, and now everyone doesn't have to pay back their student loans." Like, we need someone who's willing to just say like no for the good of the country, like rather than using extreme power in a lack of respect for decorum and establishment processes. Instead of using that as a way to like destroy and dismantle our democracy, if we could use that as a way to like cut red tape in order to achieve things that would actually improve people's lives and improve democracy in general, then like we could kind of do a course correct that would allow us to move off of this enshittification path that we're on, where everything is always getting worse no matter what, no matter who's in office. And we could maybe start moving our way towards like something that's not so horrific. But I don't know if AOC like, but the point is that like if the parliamentariat says that to AOC, I don't know if she's got like I think she would kind of be like, "Oh, okay, they said I can't do it, so I can't do it." Like I kind of feel like she has been uh folded into the establishment and has been there long enough that she sort of has developed an institutional bias that would prevent her from making the correct choice in that kind of situation. Like that really scares me. That really scares me because I would love for AOC to get in and just be amazing, but I just have a feeling, and it's like if we have another Obama situation, this country is doomed. Like if we get another leader who promises the world and delivers absolutely nothing on the leftist side of things, like our electoral base is going to completely collapse, and we are just going to enter 1,000 years of horror and hell. Okay, so hey Gwen, welcome to the stream. Sorry that I'm just now shouting that out. Uh, yes, nah, girl, I made that clear with family. I cut out too. The administration kind of was my breaking point. The atrocities and the acceptance by people makes it a deal breaker for me. Yeah. Uh, we're completely on the same page there. I'm assuming that was something I was talking about earlier. Fred is so sweet in the corner. Yeah, Fred is a very sweet boy. The right is I don't know what that means. Chemo Nazis, and the left is chemo milk toast. Our highest ranking Democrat, Schumer, is only concerned about giving billions to Israel, and Jeffries can only muster a strongly worded letter. Yeah, I agree, Tori. I don't know exactly what you were. Chemo Nazis? I don't actually know what that is. But you're right. The highest ranking Democrats are pathetic losers, and they have no spine, and they have no fight. Like, this is like the worst opposition party in the history of the country, honestly. The big Dems are too safe to have a progressive change. I don't think so though. Like I actually don't think that the Democrats are safe. I think actually uh as we have seen through like the recent special elections where uh places are flipping, and then we also have a story that I want to get to about a progressive candidate who beat oops, sorry. My alarm just went off for my injection, which I totally forgot about, and I may actually no, I did it late last time, so I think it'll be okay if I no, actually, I didn't do it late last time. Did I do it late last time? I may have to pause stream at some point to, like, run and go do my injection real quick, but I'm gonna try to avoid that, obviously, if at all possible. Um, yeah, so, like, I don't think that a lot of these neoliberal Democrats are actually safe anymore. I think that the country is very quickly moving to the left electorally, and they're moving past the Democrats to the left. I think that like progressive candidates actually have a better shot because progressive candidates are the only candidates in the entire country who are willing to call what's happening in Gaza a genocide. Like they're the only people who are willing to accurately say that like Israel is committing a genocide against the Palestinian people. The Democrats won't say it. The Republicans won't say it. And so when they're running on stage, it's like a gut check for a lot of people. A lot of people really use um the issue of the Palestinian genocide as a gut check now, where they ask a politician, like, what do you think about this? And if they say anything less than this is a genocide and these people are being wiped off the face of the earth so that they can build resorts or whatever on this beach, like if like you know what I mean, like I really think that that is a big deal. So like there was this one Democrat, a progressive candidate who won a Democratic seat in a deep red district, running against a corporate Democrat who was backed by APAC. But then something interesting happened because there's so much pressure to criticize APAC. This neoliberal Democrat did slightly tepidly, uh, you know, criticize APAC, and so APAC spent like millions of dollars running ads against this guy who they were previously backing. And because they killed the support for their own candidate, the progressive got elected. APAC spent like millions of dollars to accidentally elect a progressive, and I love it. Like I love watching them waste their money uh and getting like the worst result possible for them. Like that's the best result possible for us. It's awesome. They're out of touch. They speed past the homeless in their Audi and they don't care. Yeah, a lot of these people in office are so rich, they just don't they're so out of touch, they don't care. Corporate media patted themselves on the back for resisting when it was profitable and then gave into fascism the moment it became profitable. Yeah, exactly. I mean, like the one of the biggest concerning things that led to the title going on that I got going on is that like I'm gonna be honest, it's really like the right wingers who have been buying up things like Twitter, TikTok, all that stuff. That's really concerning. We need a left wing media ecosystem that's like run by people who aren't the worst people alive. Like the fact that so many of our media spaces are owned by the worst people alive is actually really bad. You may not know this or you may not have thought about it, but yeah. So Rusty liked the stream, thank you. John Stewart 2028. Same thing with him, honestly. Like I'm a little concerned that people I think John Stewart may be a little bit too neoliberal. And also he's a TV personality. I don't know, guys. Like I don't know about that. I want an outsider, but like I don't know if I want like a TV guy to be our president. She's not perfect, but she's been learning how to play the game under Bernie's wing. My hope is after she got into office, she would drop the politician mask and go full scorched earth. I would love that too. Hold on, let me grab my hoodie. I'm actually like freezing. I would love that too, and I would love to believe that like AOC's just been playing the long game, and she's just been like hiding her true power level, and that like the second she actually got into office with real power, she would just go hard, like super hard and like get a lot of cool stuff done. Like I would love that, right? I don't think we can trust that. Like I just don't I can't I don't think we can bank on a maybe, you know? Like I don't know. I don't know. I would have to like honestly, this is something we would have to talk about more later. Like if she was running a campaign, I think it would be a lot easier to tell by like analyzing her campaign, right? Like if we analyze her campaign, if she starts campaigning and she starts saying things like, "Hey, I will not take no for an answer. Like I will get this stuff done. Like I'm not going to just try and fail and give up." Like if she directly addresses it, then that would definitely go a long way for me like considering her. But, that's definitely that is an issue. That is a big issue. Um, I'm Donnie 2.0. I'm not sure what that was a reference to. We live in the lamest dystopian ever, ran on relentless engagement and facetious justice. Drop your dependence on leaders scrounging for money, look after your own person, and give way to hydration. Yeah, hydrating is important. Make sure you're all hydrating. I will also do that as well. But I agree. I hope someone comes out of nowhere as a strong leftist candidate. Yeah, and definitely some hopium, but it's kind of what I'm holding on to for now. A troll says, "Let's elect a candidate that ignores all the rules." Oh, you mean like Trump? Oh, you mean like literally the guy in the office right now? Oh, and you mean like doing it for the sake of enriching himself to the tune of like billions of dollars and robbing and raping our country to death? Oh, yeah, that's a great idea. 5-decade nights at United Corporations of America Hell. I like Jasmine Crockett. She seems to not be scared to say no. I'm sorry, Axolotl. I was liking her uh recently as well, but the more that I look into the more that I see of her, the worse I feel about it because I genuinely think Jasmine Crockett is like all gas, like all hot air. Like I don't think that she's actually a good politician. I think she knows how to like say the things that people want to hear, but I don't think that she has absolutely like I don't think she has any plan. I think she's more concerned about the optics and more concerned about like having a poster to show than she is about like having a policy position that she's actually going to enact and get done. Like there's a difference between like so like you have people like Jasmine Crockett and then you have people like Mamdani. Like Mamdani will run a campaign on real issues. Like Mamdani clearly addressed real issues and had real solutions for those problems, like real policy positions and stands, and like, oh, what are you going to do about childcare? What are you going to do about public transit? What are you going to do about this or that? And Mamdani had like real answers to those questions. He didn't just like get on a soapbox and start like preaching and then get off the soapbox and leave everyone empty and give no like you know what I mean? But that's what Jasmine Crockett does. Like she sort of just says shit and never really proposes anything to actually make things better and like it's I don't know. I'm just I've sort of lost a lot of hope for her as a good candidate. I like that she says things that I like, but like I need more than that. I need her to like actually uh have real priorities and governance and stuff. I think any currently elected Dem would be hesitant to do something seen as subverting democratic institutions in the wake of Trump. I I understand and I agree, Jirox. That's actually part of my concern with the future of the country is that I think that a lot of like we're gonna come out of the second Trump term and a lot of corporate Democrats, a lot of institutional Democrats are gonna have the same feeling they had after the first Trump term, like, well, that was crazy. Anyway, let's back to normalcy now, right? But we cannot get back to normalcy until we have accountability. Like there will not be normalcy without justice, without some sort of accountability. So, like, we really need like people to we need the Democrats that get into office to have this kind of attitude.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Like we need them to get on stage and be like they have already been arrested. Like we are starting trials tomorrow. Like welcome to the new Nuremberg trials. Like I'm making dinner. I haven't eaten all day, but I'm trying to pay attention. Oh, eat your food, medicine. Definitely eat your food. Thank you for being here, though. I really appreciate that. Um, the troll also came back and said Democrats are wasting all of their energy on the Epstein files. Oh, you mean they're wasting their energy releasing that thing that is absolutely devastating not only Republicans but also every institutional politician? You mean that thing that is like objectively good for leftists? Yeah, it's so terrible that Democrats are wasting their energy on that thing that's objectively good for leftists. I mean, I know that you think that because you're a right winger, but hello there, greatest Mia Alice. Welcome. Maybe Mom Donnie should run 2028. He can't because he was not born in America. So just so you know, he cannot be president unless we change the rules, which Cenk Uygur tried to run on that. 2020? Was that 2020? I don't even know anymore. I can't remember. Gen Z in the latest polls identified nearly 45% as Democratic Socialists, doing Hillary Clinton liberalism is the death of the party as we know it. Yes. Yeah. Recent polling has shown that, all indications that, like, Gen Z and Gen Alpha were actually more conservative than millennials has been, like, Trump has personally destroyed that future. Like, Gen Z and Gen Alpha are now back to being, like, incredibly progressive. So, the future is leftist. The future is always leftist. I would love that, but we need a constitutional amendment. Yeah. Just addressing the ethnic cleansing going on in the US right now. Yeah, like, literally, yeah, yes. Yes. Yeah. People are being stolen off the streets and sent to concentration camps where they are building incinerators, and that is a real sentence of real things that are happening in our country right now. And the fact that people are not the fact that Democrats are not, uh, screaming from the rooftop 24/7, the fact that they can go on a like, if any politician over the past year went on vacation, I genuinely, like, like, c can you just, like, read the fucking moment for half a second? Like, I'm sorry I'm cussing so much, but, like, I'm actually not I'm not sorry, but, like, I know some people in my audience don't like it. But I just can't with this right now. It's so ridiculous. Obama was responsible for teeing up the executive office to seize even more power. Do not make the mistake of looking back on the Obama administration through nostalgia goggles. No, exactly. Yeah, Obama was not a great president, and obviously Bush abused power too. And like Trump has been in the making for a really long time. We could have had executive reform years ago, years and years ago, that would have prevented this kind of thing from ever happening, but that never happened, and it won't ever happen, and yeah, it's kind of a problem. Exhausted Axolotl, thanks for following me the Twitch, on the Twitch. Thank you, I appreciate that. Let me ban this person trying to trying to spam stuff in my Twitch chat. And then let me keep trying to catch up here on chat. Mega alt left people are all screaming at people for being so stupid for voting for a grassroots candidate, then proceed to never give any solutions. I love that you guys are standing up. Thoroughly beautiful. Thank you. Although it feels like it feels a little bit like I'm screaming into the void. Like we need we need shit. We need shit to happen. Need shit to happen. Uh, does Mom Donnie's wife qualify? I don't think I don't think that's not to run for president, you need name recognition, and, like, Mom Donnie's wife is not that does not count. Leah, curious, but by life getting better, does your mental health improve as your life gets better, or are your life and mental health 2 separate things to you? I mean, they're connected in some way, but, like, it's not like a one-to-one thing, like, you can be objectively living in a good situation and have, like, some weird brain stuff happening, but, like, certainly living in a bad situation doesn't help your mental health, like, living in a bad situation makes your mental health worse, but that doesn't like, it's not like a one-to-one causative relationship where, like, your mental health is entirely dependent on your life being good or bad. What makes you think a radical leftist candidate can be elected in America? It's never happened, not even close. Biden was about the farthest left president we've ever had. Uh, it can happen, and if anything, it's more likely to happen than ever before in all of American history. So, what makes me think that? Probably the fact that, like, we're seeing like a 70-point swing towards Democrats in deep red districts, districts that were like plus 60% Trump, or plus 60 points Trump, are like electing Democrats. So. Upscroll is apparently a TikTok alternative, but it's under controversy because recently it got flooded with illegal content and people speculate it's a smear campaign. I don't know. The whole Netflix Warner Brother deal going on is wild. I don't know anything about that. Honestly, my spouse and I feel like leaving the country was the best move for us, or felt like. Yeah, I don't blame you for wanting to leave the US. It is definitely on a very big downhill thing. It's just I just don't have that's just not really an option for me right now. Love your stream. Still struggling because my whole family wants me to forget. Um, well, I hope that you're doing well. You know, I wish you well. Thank you for supporting the stream, for being here, and for all that wonderful stuff. Apparently, they don't have a big moderation system. The flood of content overrunning the app was made by a Palestinian. For expected to run, so we can see where she's at then. Given that there is not and can never be a left wing billionaire, the only way for a leftist media ecosystem to exist is as it already does: communities of creators, small time creators supporting each other. I I understand what you mean, and I agree, except for the fact that like it doesn't take billions of dollars to run a large media ecosystem. Like I think that that's actually one of the biggest lies is that you need to be like insanely rich to then fund a media ecosystem. Like we could have a leftist nonprofit media ecosystem that generates simply the money that it needs to run and nothing more, and is not owned or bought or controlled by shareholders or billionaire interests. And it could be just as big as CNN. Like their production value is super bloated. Like the only reason why it costs so much money to run a place like CNN is because they pay their newscasters like $10 million a year each. like that's like a huge part of the budget is like all these people making hand over fist insane money. There's no good president yet, period. True. Maybe a non-Zionist Epstein victim will be willing to clean house, can be president. I don't know. I like I said, like, you know, like politicians have to have name recognition. Um, I have to look into more in depth. Crockett turned out to be a huge disappointment. She's right where she's meant to be, verbally excoriating the fascists in Congress. Jasmine isn't president material at all. I will die on that hill. I agree with that. What do you think of Kat Abugazela? I've heard that name mentioned, but I don't know anything about them. New York City is now a sanctuary. Leah wasn't aware of Kat before I mentioned her earlier. Yeah, I mean, like I think I've heard the name before, but like I don't actually know anything about the individual. So I'd have to like look up. Sorry, I'm trying to. We need clap please vibe. I have that one actually. I love you. Aw, thanks. Just like her as a candidate, can't think of lots of people online. Gave me an idea. Sorry, I'm really trying to catch up. Is Twitch better than YouTube for Leah? It really doesn't matter actually. You can watch whichever um you know whichever platform you prefer to watch on. Ow. Steve Bannon and Jeffrey Epstein got together in the 2010s because they were worried seeing millennials and early Gen Z getting too progressive. Yeah, that's why they created like 4chan, like why they created like the politics section of 4chan is because they were trying to create the alt right movement, which they did. I mean, like like literally Epstein is like the father of the far right alt right movement. She live streams, which makes her campaign feel accessible to the democratic. I think it should done. Our worst problem in politics is norms. Laws deal with lawbreakers. Norms require agreements to punish. Yeah, yeah. Like I think norms need to be thrown away. We need to just focus on the laws. Um, are we screwed? I swear, if another bad thing happens, I'm gonna crash out. My dysphoria is kicking my ass right now. Just got here. Oh, welcome, string. Hey, I just wanted uh maybe it's copium, but I think with the internet, local people can create their own media ecosystem. I know there's independent media already, but I think it'll be interesting to a whole local group. Yeah, Roosevelt was pretty good for his time, but he died. Well, he was not perfect by any means. The Onion. Welcome by the way. Thank you for contributing. I like. we have had moments where, like, presidents have met certain moments and have had moments where they've been patriotic and done good things, but even, like, presidents that we consider to be good, like FDR or whatever, are also not good. Like, they are a part of a system that is inherently kinda fucked, and, like, they by existing in that system, it's like being a billionaire. Like, you cannot be a billionaire without being evil, like, without having committed some horrible, like, being a billionaire requires you to steal the lifeblood in of, like, real humans to enrich yourself. So, like, like, any president we have ever had is like that too, where, like, sure, maybe they've done some good things, but they exist in a system that is fundamentally, evil, and, you know? I heard Epstein was very close to birthing the QAnon conspiracy. Well, that's what I'm talking about. Like, basically, the origin of the alt-right online was the 4chan politics, board, and that essentially turned into QAnon and the modern alt-right movement over time, and so, yeah, like, he essentially created QAnon. What we don't need are organizations like TYT cosplaying as left wing while pushing right wing talking points. But that's like, Pimple Punk, like that's been an unfortunate reality for a long time, is that there are a lot of left wing media platforms that they sell out. Like, like that's what happened with TYT. They sold out. They got some right wing moneyed interest who said, "Hey, I'll make sure you don't have to worry about money ever again, but you gotta move away from some of these positions, and you gotta like say this or do this." And they sold out. Like, they fucking sold out. Like, I used to, like, back in the early 2000s and stuff, like I used to listen to TYT all the time. And honestly, when I first started listening to TYT, I used to think that like Anna was like too progressive. I used to think that like Anna and Jank were like too progressive back in the day when I was still like sort of centrist pilled. But like now they're just like, I've moved way far to the left of them. And like, it's just do you have a censorship level in chat? I can't see my comments, but you read them. So click chat at the top where it says top chat, and click live chat. You're looking at the top chat section probably, which like it automatically filters out things for some reason. Like, I don't really understand what the metrics that it filters things are by or whatever, but it probably just has made it so that your chat don't show up unless you hit live chat. Like, you have to make it so that it shows up. I have had that issue before too. So you're no worries. Thank you all for liking the stream. We are at 30 likes, which is pretty good. Pretty freaking good, honestly. Like, we are making some good progress here. I'm thinking, oh wait, we have some viewers on Twitch. Thank you all for watching on Twitch. That's awesome. Crashing out is not an option. Alexander Hamilton was the first gay president. Uh, Epstein helped create 4chan type chats. Yeah. Yes. Yes, indeed. All right. Um, Brian Tyler Cohen taking APAC money. Yeah. Like, I know that Brian probably started out as like an actual progressive, but he's just been folded into the system. It's like David Pakman or whatever, like just folded into the system. I also used to be a left-leaning centrist. Funnily enough, it wasn't the left that radicalized me. It was the right. Yeah. Yeah. No, like, if any, like, this is gonna be a little bit of a hot take, but like, if anything, the left disincentivized me from being a leftist. Like, for a really long time, I kind of resisted leftism because a lot of leftists were really mean to me, honestly, and very like like very much holier than thou. And it just like I had a lot of bad experiences with people on the left that kind of made me feel like it wasn't a good place to be or something. Um, but now I'm just like, obviously I just disagree on strategy with those people. Like those people are like Twitter leftists. Like Twitter leftists, I think are like the worst kind of leftists. So what is the one thing you would like to see happen if I could? The one thing? I would love to see if I could pick one thing, it would be that the one thing that would fix everything. That is the one thing that I would love to see happen. It's okay if I participate? I mean, yeah, you're participating right now. You are participating right now, right meow. I am very much considering recording a video, by the way. So, would that be okay? You got an ad? Say again, please. I would want to do the one thing that would fix everything. If I could only get one, if I could have one thing happen, it would be to institute perfect leftism in America. I would hit the I would push the fix everything button. I would simply push the fix everything button. Can someone really call themselves a leftist if they don't hate other leftists? Yeah, that's true. Little did I know I was already a leftist. I just didn't know it yet. Reduce the competitive goals for to the death like situations for mundane kissing. What you said about leftism is totally accurate. People on the internet, especially, are difficult in general. There are valid ways to help people understand issues, but being a jerk, not so much. Yeah, yeah. No, it's one of the things that I like to talk about on my platform pretty often because, like, I'm not gonna lie, I think the holier than thou bullshit that a lot of leftists do, the I'm better, the conceited, I know my positions are better than your positions bullshit. It really makes me angry. It like really like if you're talking among people who agree with you and like I get it, but like if you're trying to talk to people who are not like already bought into your positions and you're just like making them feel like they're like the most idiotic people in the world, then I don't know, like you're not really doing much to like forward leftism. So you don't know. More the onion that your question was fucking stupid. I'm sorry. I'm not to be mean, but like if what is the one thing you would like to see happen? Like, oh, okay. Let me just pick one thing out of all of the cataclysmic bullshit we're dealing with right now. Let me just pick one thing. Yeah, we can leave the Epstein pedophiles in office, but we have to fix global warming. Yeah, I'm gonna split lines there. No, like are you stupid? I'm not trying to be mean, but like let's be real. Like there's we need to do a lot of things to like fix the country. Like a lot of things. And like one thing is not gonna fix everything. Like I don't think that that's really like a good question. Like I don't think that that's like a like how am I supposed to engage with that? Would you like free healthcare or food or education? All of it. All of that. Hey, gonna go. Fiance just came to bed. I'm gonna watch something with her. Have a good night. Oh, see you, Johanna. Enjoy your evening with your partner. I hope that you all are very cozy and have a lovely evening. I'm really interested in recording this video, by the way, that I was gonna record, that I tried to record before and failed. I would vote for drawing and quartering the e-file pucks. Yeah. Yeah, you can't condense all the fuckery going on into one thing. Exactly. Exactly. It's There are so many issues that, like, we can't just pick one and be like, "Yep, that's it. That's the main thing." Um, if you fixed housing overnight magically, other sectors would take that opportunity to price gouge groceries, healthcare, etc. It has to be a comprehensive approach. Yeah, yeah, I agree. I agree. It can't we can't just like, you know, yeah, all three options then double it. Yeah, exactly. Would that be okay with everybody if I did a little recording? That it's the same topic that I was talking about before. Um, about art and stuff. You know, like would that be chill with everybody? Let me just do your thing. No, yeah, I'm not really actually asking for permission. I'm just seeing what chat how chat feels really. True transparency and not some head saying it like the wind while screaming it directly into a brick corner. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like actual transparency would be good. I think putting all the Epstein file people in prison forever, then a lot of things would get better because those are the people actually running the show. No, you're right. Like there are single things you could pick that would make things better, but um like it still individually wouldn't be enough. Like even if we put all of these pedophiles in prison, we need like mass reform to make sure that something like this never happens again. Maybe that's what the left is doing wrong. You can't fix everything at once. You need to start somewhere. No, and I agree with that. I said that earlier in stream, but then like but your question didn't that wasn't your question. Your question wasn't where do you start with fixing things? Your question was if you can only do one thing, what is the one thing you would do? So what you should have asked was what do you think is like the most important thing to start with if we're going to start fixing stuff? Um I think housing and healthcare are probably some of the most effectual things. Like I think probably healthcare is the most effectual and then probably after that housing. So like, like definitely those, but we need like a wealth tax. Like we need mass wealth redistribution. So like probably that would have to come first because any of the stuff that we're going to propose as policy positions it's going to require funding and we don't have any of that funding right now. The only way to get that funding is through a wealth tax that does not exist right now. Freddie, Freddie, Freddie. Kitty is gonna mass reform your face if you don't give them the pets. I am giving him the pets. He's just a butt. He just doesn't appreciate the love that I give him. Isn't that right, Fred? You don't appreciate me and all that I do for you. He's just very needy. Trust me. How do we pressure our elected representatives into actually doing the right thing? The people in the positions to fix things just aren't local level, state, and fed. So much work to do. How to do it? We have to elect new people. Like we have to get new people in office that are willing to actually do something. Like that is pretty much the only option. Hey Sprungles. Just want to let you know how inspiring you are. You are the reason I decided to move forward with my name change. Aw, I'm so happy to hear that. That's really kind. Thank you. I'm glad that I was able to make a difference and inspire you and encourage you to live your true life and your true self. I'm proud of you for taking those steps to, to improve your life. That's awesome. Congratulations. Now that's a cat, big old tubby bubby. Yeah, he's been on a diet for like honestly, I might have to cut down his food even more. He's been on a diet, but he's still chunky. Still a chunky boy. Oh my gosh, there's so much cat fur all over me. I just need to write down a couple points that I want to make. Uh, Um, let's see here. Except that everyone in my community hates me. Well, I don't even know what you're talking about. That seems awfully random. The Senate is unfortunately a huge issue, especially if you look at the caucuses. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The Senate, like, we need to either reform the Senate or reelect. Like, I don't know. It's oh boy, our politicians are absolutely garbage. One day we'll move forward and actually progress, especially since Gen Z gets to be in local offices now. True. Yeah, I mean, once the boomers are out, that's gonna make a big difference. Big Sarge put out a message for all to seek out representatives for transparency tomorrow. Go in peace, but make yourself heard. Yeah. Just asking a question. That's all. Is child sex trafficking banned, outlawed in all 50 states? Wait, what? Is child sex trafficking outlawed in all 50 states? Probably. Like, yeah, but that doesn't mean that people are getting held accountable for it. I mean, Trump has been breaking laws his entire time in office. Shouldn't have engaged with an obvious troll like that. Yeah, I mean, I don't even know what they're like. I don't even know what they're trying to say. Like they're not even making a point. If we had workers' rights like the UK, like bosses there want workers to go on holidays as well to think about. I mean, yeah, like the UK is not perfect, but like I mean, they for sure got it better than we do. Like that is real, super real. You want squitches, Fred? Is that all you want? You just want squitches? Yeah. Yeah, you just want squitches. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. What, Fred? What, Fred? I wish we had worker. Oh, I already read that. Perf Island is certainly far from perfect. Yeah, his tail is. He's so like. I don't know what you want, Fred. You're trying to nibble at me now. Can't help you, Fred. Trump was breaking laws way before he even got into office, discriminating against people, housing developments, bro can't be. Yeah, no, exactly. I've never seen a cat so active. What do you mean? He's not very active. Freddy is a chunky boy. He's just like so needy. Freddy just like constantly demands attention. That's just the kind of he's either sleeping or begging for pets. Those or eating or pooping. Those are his four. You know how like Pokemon know like four moves? Those are his four moves: pooping, eating, sleeping, and begging for attention. If he wanted to learn something else, he would have to forget one of those things, and he can't forget one of those things. So David Hogg 2028. Didn't that guy get removed from DNC chair? Wasn't he DNC chair and he got like completely removed from it? uh Rusty, I feel like you're just like really digging for someone. And I don't think you're gonna find them. I apologize, but I don't think you're gonna find it. I'm trying to remember all of the points. All of the points. Oh yeah. Sorry, I'm just typing out a couple points here. Um, I guess I could play some random sound clips or something. But David Hogg got kicked out because he was pushing for change. Yeah, didn't he get kicked out because he was pushing for primaries for candidates who weren't sufficiently left or whatever? My Freds is just as active. He literally cries if I don't give him enough attention. Yeah. Yeah. Cats are like that. The lower back hip area is a stimulating area for a cat. Grab the tuft and vigorously rub back and forth on the lower back from the front back to legs to the tail. Yeah, I mean, I definitely know how to pet Fred. If anything, I start patting Fred on the butt when I'm annoyed with him. Like, if you ever see me just like really patting him on the butt, I do that when I'm like, dude, like, can you go do something else for a minute? You know, when he starts getting really annoying with the begging for attention. Kermit the Frog for president? Hell yeah! Like if we get Sesame Street in there, Fred, why are you being so weird, buddy? He's got a lot of energy. David Hogg was too dark woke for the system, and he's like not even that great. Like it just shows how allergic they are to actual good candidates because like they don't even like. Gosh, Gorsh, Gorsh. Um. Okay, I think I have all my points kind of written down here. I'll probably think of more as time goes on, and feel free to shout out um your oh, here's another thing. 'Kay. So, I've got a bunch of stuff to talk about during this video, and I will be talking about it. Feel free to add on to things. Like I'll probably rant a lot and I won't read chat like as much, but I will try to read chat as much as possible. So feel free to engage while I'm chatting or while I'm going on and talking about stuff, and I'll try to read as much as I can when I get a chance. But yeah, anything you would like to contribute to the conversation would be useful. The art is dead thing. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm doing a do over. Like we're gonna re-record because I definitely um did a really bad job recording it last time, and I just I started to I started editing it, and I was like, honestly, I could do such a better job. I don't know what it was. Like I didn't really feel like I was doing a good job. Like I didn't really feel like I was gonna be able to record, uh, like that. Like I knew that the video was gonna be bad, and so I should have just left it. Like I should have just been like, eh, you know what I mean? I should trust that. Um, Fred. Uh, there's such a cute cat in the Twin Cities. It seems like it went. What the hell? We have so many cute little animals. We have secret caves. Gotta participate in getting. I'm pretty sure patting at the base of the tail can reinforce behavior, unfortunately. The nerve there, I think, releases dopamine or something. Oh, does it? Uh, Fred always seems to get really overstimulated when I scratch his butt. He does not seem to like that. He really likes it when I scratch his like when he's begging for attention, he wants me to scratch his chin or like his neck. Like that's what he wants. Or his shoulder blades. But he gets really overstimulated if I like pat his butt. Um, I don't know what he's doing. He's being really weird. He's flicking his tail a bunch, which means he's annoyed with me. But he keeps coming back, and he seems like he wants pets. But then I start petting him, and he seems like he's getting more annoyed. You want me to pick you up? He does not want me to pick him up. Okay, Fred. Well, I don't know what you want from me, buddy. Go do something. You know, if you're bored, go do something. I don't trust people who don't like cats. Not every cat will like you, but if you've never earned a cat's affection, that is a red flag. I agree. Cats are a good barometer for people, because they're not like dogs will love you even if you treat them like shit, but cats will judge you by how you treat them. So if you don't treat them well, they will avoid you. They'll be afraid of you. Where are you on Second Amendment libs? Um, like if you want to own a gun, I don't care. Like people in Europe own guns and they have common sense gun laws. Like every leftist who owns guns advocates for common sense gun laws. So like I don't care. If you want to own a gun, own a gun. Do I think it's going to save you from the government? No. No, they have drones and tanks and shit. Like if you think it's going to protect you against like the government or whatever, you're just dumb. But if it's like for I don't know, if it's like to protect yourself in your home or something, I guess. I think guns are dumb. I don't really want to own one. Um I think it's just more for peace of mind cuz like you're not going to actually use the gun, right? Like you're not going to do that. Like you might take it to a range, casually use it, that kind of thing, but you're not going to actually use the gun cuz like legally uh that's a horrible idea. So, um, you know, I just if that's what someone likes, I'm not gonna shit all over them for it or whatever. But you know, I don't really care about guns. Stepping aside and not being out for yourself while pulling a drape over others' eyes is the learned indoctrinated way. You're so lucky. All the girl cats I've ever wanted or had want to scream out the window. If you pet their butt, they scream louder. Oh, that's funny. Um, there might be a cat in heat and once outside. Oh no, Freddy is a boy. He is not. He's a boy. He is very energetic. Actually, he's playing with his toy. So like clearly he's. Did you lose your toy? Fred, did you lose your toy? Here, Freddy. I'm gonna clean my hands after touching his toy because I don't know where that's been. Uh, yeah, Fred does this really cute thing that you all saw for maybe a second. He'll like Fred will take his toy and he'll like throw it in the air and then he'll chase after it. It's very cute. I love watching him. I love watching him play with his toys. Um, I think I think Black Panther style protesting is effective. It is actually. It is very effective. That's true. Ba, 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 ba. Okay. It is time. Oh, I just had to crack my lower back. That felt so good. It is time to record a video. So we're gonna do that. I'm gonna talk about stuff. Cat is on screen, so just so you know, you're all gonna be a part of the video. Congratulations. You've made it. You've made it. You're on the tube of views. You did it. You did it. Yeah, he's like super energetic or something. He's all wound up. All right. Why, hello there, and welcome to this video. We are going to be talking about something that is very dear to my heart, something that I care a lot about, and it's not necessarily queer related, although it does tie in to the queer community a bit because a lot of us tend to be artists. But today we are talking about how capitalism and art is incompatible and how we're going to be talking about how like living as an artist in America is kind of impossible. It's like this impossible problem with no real good solution, and it's killing art in America. Like America used to be the worldwide cultural export. Like people used to look at our Hollywood and look at our music and look at all of our stuff with envy, and like essentially everything used to reference back to American culture, but that era is dead. It has never been more dead than it is now. And as a matter of fact, we are living in an era where international media, international artists are kind of flourishing on the world stage. Is this a good thing? I think in ways this is a really good thing. I think that the stranglehold like America has had on the world stage for so long is toxic and bad, and I don't think that America should be the sole cultural export of the world because America doesn't really have culture. like like so many other countries have so much more rich interesting culture that informs their art so much more than America. And so like I really do think that we are suffering for it. There are bad things about it, there are good things about it. It's kind of a nuanced, interesting discussion, which is why I wanted to talk about it. So I have some things written down here that I'm just gonna go over and we're gonna talk about it. Maybe chat will also contribute as well. But essentially the basic point here is that capitalism and art is incompatible, and this is just a reality. Like this is just a real thing. Here, let me put on some chapstick. My lips during the winter, they get so dry when I'm recording. It makes me really self-conscious because like I feel like you can tell. Anyway, so capitalism and art is really incompatible. It's very incompatible. For like many reasons, but like if you live in other countries that are not like capitalistic at their very root all the way through, they will pay you to be an artist. Like if you live in like Denmark or something, you can be an actor or be a musician or be a dancer or be a painter or be whatever, and the government will pay you a basic like living wage. Like not like you're not going to be rich, you're not going to be like rolling in the dough or anything. You're going to get paid essentially the amount of money that you need to survive plus a little bit extra just for small enjoyment, right? But they'll do that for you so that you can focus on like learning how to be an actor, or you can focus on like doing the work of filming for movies, cuz like you have to be free to be able to do that. And in those kinds of countries that works out really well because artists need time to do their art and to make art and to not starve to death while they're doing it, right? Like they need to have resources available to them so that they can exist. And a lot of countries and a lot of societies throughout history have encouraged and like basically have allowed artists to exist by creating some sort of social safety net that makes sure, like, even if you're a struggling artist, even if maybe you're not producing a lot of art or value monetarily, you're still gonna be able to eat dinner. You're not gonna have to worry about feeding your family just because you're having like an off season or you're in a creative dry spell or something like that. But in America, it's not like that. In America, you will starve to death if you don't like produce art that makes you money, because no one is holding you up. No one is like the government is not helping you. The society is not giving you any resources that you need to survive, and so you're essentially on your own, and you have to try to like make ends meet before you're even allowed to be an artist. And this is a really tragic thing. Honestly, this is very tragic. Many artists suffer immensely here in the West because of it. Like you have to work, a 40-hour a week job in order to afford to do the art that you want to do. And I relate to this struggle a lot personally. For those of you who follow me very actively on social media, I post on Instagram very often. I do this thing called flow arts. It's a type of movement art, right? And so like it's kind of like a circus sideshow, like new age circus kind of thing, I guess is the way I would describe it. I do a lot of fire performances, stuff like that. But it is the kind of art that I gravitate towards. It's what I feel like I'm meant to do. It's very important to me, and it's something that I care deeply about, as many artists do with their various art forms. Like a lot of artists feel like it's not really like an optional thing. It's not like a luxury or a leisure activity. Like it often in Western culture, that's how this stuff is painted. Like, oh, if you're a painter, like you just do that on the side. Like that's just a hobby. That's just something that you just do for fun, right? But really, like producing art is important to the world. It's important to society. We would not live in a good society if we were devoid of art. Like, how would you find joy? What kind of shows would you enjoy watching if they didn't exist? You know, like if we didn't have any creative pursuits at all, life would be incredibly dull, would not really be worth living, honestly. It would just be kind of a terrible thing. But, you know, if you live in America, you have to work like a 40-hour a week job at least or whatever to try to afford life in general. And then on top of that, you have to have enough time and energy and money and resources to be able to fund and fuel your own artistic endeavors. That makes it so that in America, there is an incredible amount of bias towards rich people being artists and having successful art careers. Like we see a lot of musicians who become extremely wealthy, and then because they're extremely wealthy, they're able to market, they're able to hire teams of people who are able to produce more music and art, and they're allowed to do, you know, shows and all this other stuff because they have all of the resources they need plus some in order to be able to do the thing that they want to do, which is art. But if you're not lucky enough to be in such a privileged situation, you may not have the resources that you need to do the kind of art that you need to do. And so this creates a kind of biased, unfortunately, situation where rich people tend to be able to be more free to produce more art, which is unfortunate in a lot of ways. But one of the reasons that it is unfortunate is because rich people tend to produce worse art than people who are not rich. People that have known struggle, people that are like real people that live real life, they make good art because art is often a reflection of real life, of like human struggle, of stuff like that. But when you get a bunch of rich people producing art in order to make money, you end up with this sort of like transactional soulless system where it's not really about the art anymore. Like, look at a lot of pop music. A lot of pop music is like this really soulless, like, "Oh, I wanna have fun because I wanna have fun because I have money and I wanna have fun." Like, that's like 99% of pop music is like that, or the other side of pop music is like, "Oh, I wanna go to a bar and meet someone so that I can have, like, a fling with this person that probably won't go anywhere or develop into a long-term healthy relationship, but we're gonna have fun." Like, pop music is like this soulless vehicle that essentially just like pushes people to engage with capitalism. Like most pop music is like go to this bar, buy an expensive beer, go to the club, pay the cover fee. You know what I mean? Like engage with these capitalistic systems and spend your money and do all that stuff. It's really unfortunate. It's one of the worst things about living in a capitalistic country is watching art struggle so much underneath that, like, underneath capitalism. "Let's not get stressed," said, "Where's the positivity?" I try to be positive, and I try to bring, you know, a reasonable amount of I don't try to be positive. When I have something optimistic to say, I say it, and when I have something negative to say, I say it. I don't doom pimp, like, I'm not gonna sit here and exaggerate a situation for views, but I'm also not gonna sit here and just like ignore very real negative things that exist when it's important to talk about those things as well. So I understand that a lot of people sub to my channel because I produce content that does, you know, I do talk about good news, I do talk about good things happening, but that's not the only thing that my channel is here for. So I just want to make that very clear. Not to mention the high-end art market has just become a vehicle for money laundering. Exactly. Like a lot of like art in the Western, you know, US essentially is just geared towards money laundering for incredibly wealthy people. All right, and so like part of this issue, part of the reason why art has suffered so much and especially over the past like 10, 15, 20 years, it's gotten worse. Like I remember back in the day when like we were on MySpace and stuff, the things were actually not as bad. They were bad, but they weren't as bad. Like if anyone remembers like early YouTube, like back in the day before YouTube was like this big I don't know, multi-billion, like how much money is wrapped up in YouTube at this point. But things used to be a lot simpler. It used to just be people making videos that they were passionate about, that they thought were funny or whatever. It was not about the money. It was not about the clicks. It was not about the views. It was just about doing something that you thought was worth putting out into the world, which is art. Art is not based around the commodification of your feelings. Like art is not a venture to make money. Like art should not be about making money, which is again back to the central root of the problem, the central rot of art in the Western world is that if you want to be a full-time artist, you have to make money off of your art, and making money off of your art fundamentally makes it worse. It's really unfortunate. And then there's also the fact that like algorithms will dictate your money, and so you have to play their game. Like you may want to perform your content a certain way. You may want to be a certain way. You may want to like you may have certain principles, but you're going to have to abandon that shit like almost immediately because you are subservient to algorithms that will dictate whether you are allowed to be an artist or whether you're allowed to do the things that you want to do. It is actually incredibly messed up and frustrating. But it feeds into this issue where like, the people that are at the top, the people with a lot of subscribers, the people that have the algorithm already working for them, it's biased towards them. Like they can just do whatever, and it's already biased in their favor. And so it's like it just again the rich get richer and the poor get poorer, unfortunately. Um So there's a couple examples that I think we can point to that really showcase how this is sort of like hit a breaking point, or like this has reached a head where like for a long time things were sort of holding it together, like things were getting worse, but they had not reached like a nexus point, or they had not reached like a point of failure. But I think we have hit that point of failure, and I think that it's clear that until something changes in America politically, that art is going to be essentially dead in the West here. So like one example of that is obviously the Kennedy Center. Trump taking over the Kennedy Center, which is a center for it's like a center for arts. If you don't know, it's in DC. It's a center for arts where people perform. They do like musicals and stuff like that over in DC or whatever. And this has been a long running institution that's been like largely untouched by politics, and now it has been touched by politics. It has been degraded by the fact that Trump essentially fired everyone that was on the board of the Kennedy Center and replaced them with loyalists. And then those loyalists turned around and said, "Oh, actually, we're going to rename this the Trump Center, and we're going to make him the host of the awards, and we're going to center him in all of this." And so that really did not work out very well for them. So like a lot of artists canceled, and they actually had to close the Kennedy Center. And now they say it's because of renovations. They say that they're just renovating, but we all know that they closed the Kennedy Center because they don't have any shows to put on. Everyone freaking canceled, and they don't have any desire to perform for a fascist government. Like it's really killed um that aspect of art, and that is just a representation of the rot that we are experiencing in America. Like the halftime show with Bad Bunny was incredible, but there was this mass pressure. Obviously, people created like the Kid Rock halftime show or whatever. And now I know Bad Bunny is American. I know, but he was singing in Spanish, and he was representing cultures that are not necessarily tradition like what we would consider like good old American culture or whatever, which, if you ask me, actually, Bad Bunny is more American than Kid Rock, because Bad Bunny, like, like like the melting pot, right? Like that's what America is about and what America has always been for. And so Bad Bunny represents that. He represents all these cultures that have contributed to America and really helped America become what it is today. And like Kid Rock represents like the worst of America. So I feel like that was also like a really clear sign of everything that is happening right now with America and art in the Western world, and the losing of the cultural significance that we have held on to for so incredibly long. Um like now part of the reason why you can tell that capitalism corrupts art and kills art is because of right wingers. Like a lot of right wingers are obviously super bought into to moneyed interests, and they're super like corrupted in these disgusting like ways. But they're also like the worst artists ever. Like if you try to look up right wing art, it's horrific. It's terrible. Like try to if you try to watch Lady Ballers, you are going to hate your life. It's actually terrible. Like every time these right wingers try to create some kind of like art or media like that, it's a complete cultural flop. Like no one cares about it. It does terrible. It's horrible. And like they just crave cultural significance because they have absolutely none of it. And like this is just a real thing that happens when you sell your soul to capitalism. You lose the ability to embody the creative spirit, to be a muse for things that are actually authentically human and real. Like these people just desperately want the fame or the credit or the power or the money or something. So they're not actually like trying to be artists. They're just desperate for the attention. And that's why like that's actually part of the reason why the right wing created their own media ecosystem, because they felt rejected by places like Hollywood, where people actually do at times create art. And I'm not saying Hollywood is perfect, by the way. Like Hollywood is also corrupted by corporate moneyed interests, which have only gotten worse over time. Have you noticed the amount of remakes and sequels and like they're trying to play it safe, and that is a direct result of shareholders not wanting them to take risks. You can also see this in gaming, actually. I love gaming. Gaming is something that I've done for a long time. It's one of my favorite hobbies, but gaming has absolutely been destroyed by corporate moneyed interests. A lot of the AAA developers that I grew up loving, absolutely loving, have been just stripped of all that was good in their businesses. They have laid off all of the hardest working, most passionate developers that they've ever had, and they've just done everything that their shareholders want. Like they're just listening to the money. Like they're just following the money. And that has absolutely destroyed gaming. Right now, we are actually witnessing an indie boom, the likes of which, like the past 20 years, indie gaming has become a thing. It was not a thing, and now it has become a thing because people desired games that they were not getting. Like the whole idea of gaming was not being fulfilled, and so people go out and then create something personal and something that they actually care about. Like I think some of the best games you'll ever play in your life are games like Cave Story, or games like Hollow Knight, or games like Stardew Valley, games that are created by a single person or a small group of passionate developers who actually care about what they're doing and have like a message and have like something to say, and they're not just trying to find an audience, and they're not just trying to sell out, and they're not just trying to do all that. They're trying to make art. They're trying to do something like that, right? And so I think that that's really important. I think that that's super giga important. Gaming is going to experience a renaissance whenever, like, eventually the AAA, the all these huge developers, they're gonna collapse. Like they're already collapsing. They're laying off tons of people. Like Microsoft is closing studio after studio, and so like this is definitely a real thing that we will see come to a head. And after it comes to a head, I think we're gonna see a lot of these indie developers just, I mean, they're already filling the gaps, right? But like, I think we're just gonna see more of that essentially, which I'm excited about. I think that that's a good thing. I think that right now gaming is in a really sad state, but I hope that it'll get better um over time. So, another thing that I wanted to talk about with these right wing people and their inability to make art and them being like Hollywood wannabes and stuff. Part of the reason why that's evident, like super evident, is because of AI. If you look at like right wing slop art or like racist art or stuff like that, um, like, well, I'm not saying if you look at it, but if you might have noticed that stuff like that has gotten more common since AI like came into existence. And the reason why is because get this, fascists, racists, all of these bigots and horrible people are terrible at making art. And the only thing that they can do is essentially like make AI create shitty soulless slop art for them. And so that's why there's been like this like upsurge and like these really horrific, disgusting memes that circulate on places like Facebook and stuff like that. But it's it's a real issue that we have in our country right now, and it's because like there aren't a lot of real artists producing like bigoted memes or like producing AI races, or not AI, sorry, producing like racist content for like these right wingers. Like if you're a good artist, if you're an artist at all, there the likelihood of you being like a hateful, bigoted person who would do such a thing, it goes down tremendously. Most art communities are incredibly left wing, and there's a reason for that because you have to be like emotionally intelligent, and if you're on the right, that sort of like you're sort of self-selecting for people that are not emotionally intelligent. So, because there are not enough artists for them to make like to fill their desire for racism, they rely on AI. And that's another reason why AI is not a good tool and why we shouldn't rely on it for art and why it's a corrupting influence and why it's something that we should not really um invest in or put stock in. But it's kind of funny because like essentially they're just using it as a tool to perpetuate racism when they're like too creatively bankrupt to do that themselves. Like they're so soulless that like they can't even bother to like, yeah, it's a whole conversation. It's a whole conversation. Sheepish, sheepish Sheepish T-Rex says, I know you don't mean it this way, but I think the melting pot metaphor is outdated because it means to combine everything into one unrecognizable mass and remove the undesirable slag or dross. Um, I don't really think that that's like, I mean, like, sure, it may not be a perfect like way to describe it and blah 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 blah. Like I get what you're saying there, but I feel like honestly that's not, I don't know necessarily think that that's like really important to the discussion or the conversation. Um like I think the intention behind a melting pot thing is that like, yeah, you bring your culture over and it gets brought in and folded in or whatever. I don't think that the original intention of whoever wrote the melting pot thing would be like, I don't want I don't think that it was necessarily like assimilationist. Like I think the original intention of that was like, hey, like all of this stuff is coming together. But I'm not like attached to it. Like I don't think that like it's, if y'all want to say America's a salad bowl, cool. I don't care. Like whatever makes the point, right? Like yeah, so another thing related to this sort of, but not so much, is like the reason why fascists fear art is because it makes a difference. Like art has the potential to move people, like real art, not AI art, not like this soulless slop, but like real art moves hearts and minds. Like it can do a lot. And that's why fascist spirit. That's why there's a lot of capitalistic pressure to kind of like snuff it in the crib to try to make sure that art is not successful and to make sure that people like leftists are not able to make careers out of it, are not able to uh make sure that things get seen by the people and considered. I mean, like, there's obviously moneyed interests that are preventing people from making art because fascists fundamentally fear art. It's like holding a candle to it's like holding a candle to the dark. It's like turning on a light and being able to see all the horrible shit that's happening. And so fascists are constantly fighting against it. Um I think another example of this kind of like thing that I'm talking about with art being horrible and kind of sucking nowadays is comedy. Like comedy has sort of like become a dead field in America, and it's gonna come back, right? But like a lot of the popular comics of the day got really wrapped into making comedy about like culture war issues, about BS. Like it really stopped being like an authentic expression of humor and started to really be like this algorithm driven thing that we were talking about earlier, where like comedians started doing this thing. They're saying like, "Oh, we need to, you know, talk about trans people because we need to farm engagement and farm hate from people." And like that has really ruined comedy. Like I think most people have a hard time watching comedians nowadays, and a lot of comedians have seen their careers completely fall apart. Like when I was growing up, comedians were extremely popular, and they were some of the most anti-establishment people in the country. Like they were the people willing to joke about things that other people were not willing to joke about. They were the ones that were willing to stand up against establishment pressure and say the things that people didn't want to say. But that's been completely lost. That's been completely lost. And but we have things like the Rogan sphere that we see falling apart, and I think that that's fine. That's totally fine. I think that that's inevitable. Like honestly, like these people are not funny. If you watched like Rogan's latest stand up, it's just not funny. A lot of these people are just not funny anymore. They used to have like a finger on the pulse, so to speak, but they've lost a lot of that now because they've just been so bought up with moneyed interest, and they're not doing great. Honestly, the comedians that I see doing the best are left-wing comedians. Like, I see a lot of, like, trans girlies. Like, honestly, I've seen an uptick of, like, queer content create or queer comedians making content online, and their stuff is legitimately funny. Like, legitimately funny. It's not just engagement farming. It's not just, "I'm saying the thing you want to say, please clap." It's not.
Please clap.
Yeah, it's not that, right? Like it's something different. And so I'm excited about that because I think as we see woke come back, like I made a video about woke 2 and how woke is going to have a resurgence, and like that's real. And I think you're going to see that in the art. I think you're going to see a mass resurgence of like left-wing comedians who are willing to speak truth to power. You're going to see a lot of queer comedians, queer authors. You're going to see a lot of movies like um I think we're going to see a lot of stuff, but right now currently at the state of the world and the state of things right now, art is dead in the West, and we have killed it. Like things are not going to get better for a while. And unfortunately, things are pretty bad right now. We are not going to see a resurgence in art in good cultural stuff here in the West in a long time. And that's okay, honestly. Like I think that like other countries deserve a little bit more of the stage. Like I think we could benefit from watching more foreign films, more foreign media. Like, I was really impressed. So, like, Squid Games, for example, was one of the most watched shows in the United States, and like, you either have to watch a really crappy dub or you have to watch it subbed. And I may be wrong about this, but I'm pretty sure a lot of people watched it subbed, and that's like a big deal for Americans. For a long time, Americans were incredibly resistant to foreign media. If you tried to show Americans like a foreign film or whatever, they'd be like, "You want me to read? I ain't doing none of that." And let's be real. Like, that's changed. Like, people are interested in anime. People are interested in TV shows that they previously would have ignored, or movies that they would have previously ignored, or music they would have previously ignored. And I think that's good. I think that the more that Americans are exposed to world culture and, like, Hispanic culture and all sorts of other kinds of cultures, like, the better. Like, I think that we need that kind of stuff, honestly. Like, maybe it would help some Americans pull their head out of their ass and realize that, like, American supremacy is a joke. Like, that's not real. And if you think that American supremacy is a real thing, if you think there are any real reasons for that, that's just because you have not seen um you have not seen enough international media to appreciate what's going on outside of the US. But yeah, that's just something I wanted to talk about. That's just something I wanted to say. It's something that I feel like I've noticed over the course of my life. I just think that in the 30 something years that I've been alive, I've seen art get worse and worse and worse here in the West. And I think that the cultural significance that, like, the US used to have throughout the entire world has been completely lost, and we deserve it. Like, we don't deserve to be the center of the world when we're not producing anything other than just like the most horrific capitalistic hell slop that we've ever seen. Someone else also said K-pop Demon Hunters was quite the surprise. Yes. Yeah, K-pop Demon Hunters was like the most popular thing for kids in 2025. Like, young girls love K-pop Demon Hunters. Like, that is such a big deal. Can you imagine? Like K-dramas and stuff like have been viewed as like a niche thing for a long time, but now it's getting more and more popular, and I'm very excited, very happy to see it. Very happy to see it. Freddie is being very cute. He's very much being very cute, and I can't move my mouse. I want to scroll up on chat, but if I interrupt Freddie's cozy time, then I don't know if I can ever forgive myself. So we're just gonna have to roll with what's on screen right now. Um, there are genuinely funny left wing comedians out there, but you just have to work harder to find them. Yeah, exactly, exactly. But honestly, like, stuff like that has been getting served to my algorithm more and more frequently. Like, I saw someone shout out Ashley Gavin, I think is her name, or their name, Ashley Gavin. Yeah, I've seen some of their clips online, and really funny stuff. Like, I think that, like, these left-wing comedians are genuinely extremely funny. And yeah, I love to see I love to see some, like, people making jokes about trans people that are actually funny instead of just the, like, trans people, am I right? Like, that shit. Um I would love a lot more anime if it wasn't so absolutely riddled with creepy ass bullshit. I agree that anime is not perfect, and there are definitely some it depends on the anime, but like Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood was written by a woman. Is a really good example of an anime. That's not super duper creepy. I like Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is my favorite anime of all time. Love that anime. Super good. K-pop Demon Hunter is still popping everywhere. That Golden song is still going hard in all of the gay bars. Yes. I honestly I'm getting really I wish they would play like other songs from that movie. Like, I get really annoyed that they're only playing Golden, you know? which is like, yeah. I've also found a few hilarious trans comedians lately. Yeah, I mean they're real funny. Like they have jokes that aren't just like, haha, I'm a bigot. Like they have jokes that are relatable and funny and like actually based on like real trans people instead of like these caricatures of trans people that right wingers constantly reference. Zootopia 2 is now the most successful animated movie to come out of the West, which is deserved in my opinion. It's excellent. Yeah, and it's funny because like Zootopia 2 is about like racism. It's about like how bad racism is and like stealing culture from people and then treating them like garbage. Like it, yeah, it definitely like a left-wing oriented film. Anyway, I just wanted to talk about this a little bit. I'm an artist. Like I mentioned, I do movement art. I do fire performance and all sorts of stuff. And living as an artist in America is really challenging. Like me doing this YouTube stuff, I do enjoy making the content that I make. Like I do like what I'm doing, but I genuinely feel like, I would love to just make flow arts content. Like I would love to just make like Oxbow tutorials or like post like do like high production videos where I just spin and do the things that I love to do. Like I would love to live that kind of life and not have to worry about feeding myself or starving to death or whatever or like healthcare. But that's not the world that we live in. And so here I am. And like this platform is my attempt to try to like make it as an artist, which is incredibly hard to do in America. And if you do get there, it's basically privilege. Like it's basically like if I succeed, I'm gonna be incredibly privileged. And it makes me feel bad because I don't want to have to be like one of the ones that made it or whatever. Like I would rather everyone make it. Make it. Oh no, I got the hiccups. I had the hiccups right before stream, and I have the hiccups again. I'm pretty sure it's because I haven't eaten in a in a while. Oh no, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to finish. I need to be able to finish the video. Like I can cut all this out, but oh no. Red Fire Blue Ice, thank you so much for the $2. Finished watching the remake of Trigun. You love anime. I love anime. Anime is amazing. Oh, sorry. No, no, it didn't work. I was holding my breath to try to. Oh my god.
Stop it. Get some help.
I need my body to listen to that meme. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I can't help it. I'm just go off mic and cam and try burping. I can't burp right now though. Like I don't have to burp. Shinon actually added something really important here. Oh my god. Thank you so much for the $5, Volaire. Do I attend anime conventions? I have in the past. I struggle with anime conventions. I'm not gonna lie. People stare too much at conventions, and even if I'm not wearing an outfit, like, people, they're just always, like, looking around, and, like, I don't know, it makes me really, like, nervous. Like, I struggle with anime conventions because it's just it's so many people, so much staring, very hard. I may end up actually I was invited to be on a panel. There's this one convention here in Ohio called Geek Out, and I have a friend who's helping organize for that, and they asked me to potentially be on a panel talking about, like, queer stuff, from, like, a trans perspective. So, okay, the hiccups seem to have gone away. So we're gonna try to, like, wrap up the video, not the stream, but the video. Um, so anyway, that's just something I wanted to talk about. I am very uh excited to see the future of art, but currently we live in, like, definitely a dark age for art, and so anything that you can do to help support me would be very, 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 very wonderful. I would appreciate that a lot. Thanks to everyone for all the support on my last video. I really, that one honestly did a lot better than I thought it would, and so I really appreciate that. Try to cover some good news when I can. Obviously, not everything that I talk about is going to be positive. That's just not the reality of the world today, but I do my best to try to talk about positive things when I can, and I try not to doom pimp. Like, I try not to make things seem worse than they are, and I try not to do, like, clickbaity titles where, like, it's the end of everything forever or whatever. Um, so yeah, I really appreciate everyone for the support lately, and I hope that you'll continue to support me. I have channel memberships, I've got Twitch you can support me on, and I've also got a Patreon. A lot of people support me there on Patreon, and I really appreciate that so very much. We're gonna have names of the regular Patreons popping up on screen right now. They're gonna be popping up. Thank you all very much. I super appreciate that. You can get, like, a low tier Patreon sub or get whatever, and that would super help me out a bunch. The channel memberships on YouTube are fine, super chats are fine, Twitch subs are fine, but they do take a bigger cut of that. So, like, Patreon is the best way to support me. I have a link tree. In that link tree, I have a variety of links that you can, go through and follow. So if you open up the description of the YouTube video, you will notice that there are, like, Instagram links. There's a Discord link. There is Twitch and YouTube. And I did want to briefly say, I may end up moving off of Discord. I am exploring alternatives right now, and I have not found I don't have a definite alternative yet, but I am working on setting up some alternatives to Discord. So I just, like, just a little bit of a warning from me that my Discord is going to be up for now, but in the future, I will probably end up replacing the Discord with something else because I just do not trust that company anymore. After they tried to partner with Palantir and do age verification, it's very clear that Discord is just, like, wanting to cash in on the surveillance state. Um oh, Fred, do you want up finally? Yay! I can do my Patreon shout out because Freddie has gotten tired of being held. Also, my mouse keeps dying. I need to, like, replace the battery in it after stream. Oh, Ashlyn, thank you so much for the hype and for uh for the hype train and for the hydrate and for the 5 gifted subs. That's really awesome of you. Thank you so much. Sorry, I'm just pulling up my Patreon right now. I definitely feel like I did a better job talking about it this time. Like, for sure. So I appreciate everyone for humoring me while I re-recorded this topic. definitely felt like the first recording was not that good. I haven't looked into it myself, but one group I'm in is moving Discord to Matrix. I've heard of Matrix. I've heard of Stoat. I've heard of Fluxer. Um, Dadzilla, thank you so much for the $5, and it's your 10th super chat on a live stream. So thank you. You're incredible. You're always doing a lot for me. I super appreciate that. That's really kind of you. Genuinely, thank you so much for being such a consistent contributor to my channel. I like genuinely like you're one of the people that I don't think I could be doing this without you. So thank you. Not to make you feel like you have to donate or anything. That wasn't the intention. Just to genuinely thank you. You are making a difference. All right, so now I want to shout out my top tier Patreon supporters. These are the people that give me the most out of anywhere, every month, and I could not be here without them. Genuinely super thankful for all the contributions that these people bring to my channel. Um, really, really appreciate it. So we have Sleepy Kayla, Art, Katie Starr, William the Concurrer, Jean Foray, Mark Yablonsky, Gwen Vaughn, Kendra Brooks, Andrea Uhara, Kira, Sophie's Left Florida, Ultraviolet Vadu, Chastity, Kate, Fiona Dobson, Cal Fiore, Jasmine Wilson, Maddie, Krista Pissafred, Katie Bug, Sarah J. Buck, Nikki Notzel, uh, Sarah Sam Howard. Thank you so, so very much. I genuinely, like I said, could not be doing this without you all, and I'm very thankful. I'm very thankful for this opportunity. I hope that I can continue to provide content that people enjoy, and hopefully this will work. Hopefully like I can pay my bills and I can do the thing here on YouTube. I'm very thankful so far for everything that's been going on, for all the encouragement and growth and everything, but like I'm looking forward to more. Like I want to be able to do this full time and not have to worry about money. And not only that, not only would I like to not have to worry about money, but I would also love to like use money to like do stuff. Like I would love to like build a platform where I can actually, like essentially use my platform to fundraise for like political things that I could do or action that I could take. I'm very, very, very interested in that. So all of the all of the contributions, all of the help, everything that everyone's done so far, I would like that to be extremely meaningful and to help us in the future with everything. So thank you all so very much. This is going to be the end of the video. We are going to continue streaming. So like I recorded this video live on stream, and if you want to be a part of that, you're more than welcome to do that. You can join my streams and you can be in chat, and it's going to be wonderful, amazing. I'm sure there were lots of wonderful things that were said in chat that I wasn't able to read. I just didn't have time to read it. It's hard to record and read chat at the same time. But anyway, huge shout out to chat and everyone there. Thank you all so very much. And I will catch you all in either the next stream or next video. Make sure you drink some water. Love y'all. Peace out. Cool. um. So yeah, my controller, my mouse is dead. I said I need to change batteries, but it doesn't have batteries. Well, like I can't change the battery. What I mean. Sorry, I just like threw my mouse at my table for some reason. So I gotta charge my mouse. Gotta charge my mouse. So stream is gonna keep going for a few minutes. I do need to wrap up soon because I have to do my injection. I'm actually like late on my injection. So like I need to do that. I also need to like start streaming a little earlier on Mondays so that I'm not late on my injection. Gotta try to do the sleep. Have a great night, Leah and chat. Oh, thank you, Valaire. Have a great night. Um, yeah, I know. I honestly, I think that was a lot better. I think that recording was a lot better. I feel like I did a better job talking about what I wanted to talk about. I feel like I made the point more succinctly. Um, I got distracted less. I think I just think it was a lot better. I think it was a lot better. So, yeah, no, super thank you all for this stream has been really amazing. Such a great such a great thing. Do you have a schedule written out for your streams? I couldn't find it. No, actually, and I should probably put that in like the description of my videos. Actually, thank you for the reminder. I will put that in the description of my videos. That's very smart. Um, I stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Monday are news and politics. Wednesday is like a gaming stream. Um, last Wednesday I had my first stream with my friend Paige. Um, and so we did like some gaming stuff, and it was kind of fun to do like a co-op stream with my best friend. So like I hope that was fun for everyone that watched it. I know that my gaming streams are like the least watched stream of the week for me. Most people don't watch my gaming stream. If you don't want to watch it, like I'm not gonna, like totally understandable. Like that's not why you sub to me to watch me game or whatever. But if you want to like watch my Wednesday streams, feel free. And then Friday is my talking streams where I just sort of like we just do just chatting, just like hang out and chat and um shoot the shit or whatever. So, more of a casual kind of thing, but it's often when I want to like I want to talk about news and politics on Monday. On Friday, that's where we're going to talk about things more like trans lifestyle stuff or like uh just life stuff or whatever. Less focused. Meh. Yeah, so Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Yep. I should definitely put that in the description of my content though. So, again, thank you for the reminder. Thank you for the reminder. All right. Here, let me see if my mouse. I don't know how long I have to charge. Probably a while. I'm hoping that I can get it charged enough that I can like finish the stream. We'll see. We'll see how long it stays on for. Well, actually, you know what? I'll just leave it off until I need it. Well, but I have to check Twitch. So let me turn it on. Stream manager. Okay, there we go. There we go. I guess for all of my 2 viewers, I need to probably on Twitch that is, probably raid a channel. Oh. Someone is there anyone live right now? Does anyone have any raid suggestions? Any Twitch raid suggestions? You see 4? Oh, really? Oops. I did not mean to do that. Oh, I guess I see 4 now. See 4 now. I didn't before. That's cool though. Hello Twitch. Hello Twitch people. Why hello there Twitch people. That know nothing attorney guy is up again. Oh, okay. Hi Randy. Javda. Is that on Twitch? Right? Is that what you said? Spirit Art Life. Okay. Here, let me read. Uh Wait, what was the name again? Javda. Yeah, we can raid Javda. We can do that. Let me What are they playing? Here, we have how do I do this again? Wait, where's the? Nope, that's not right. Where's? Oh, switch. There we go. So we have this, and then let me. Oh, I'm not. Wait, it's not playing anymore. Why is it not playing? Oh, because I hit pause. Smart. What is this game? Anyone know what this is? You could always raid Riverboat Jack. Oh, I feel like Riverboat needs less help.
32, not enough for anything.
What is this game? This looks cool. Oh, haste. Duh. It's like a speed, a gotta go fast game, like New Age Sonic almost. Let me just somewhere. She's a speedrunner. Oh, okay. Cool. Well, here, let me start the raid. So I'm queuing it up. It says 4 viewers are ready. So then let me. Okay, I'm gonna start the raid right now, and then we'll do YouTube after.
Hey, Leah, Auntie, how you doing?
I can't chat. Oh, I have to follow.
Hey, Shake Bear, how you doing? Oh, it's Leah? Gotcha. How you doing? Oh, that is a wall. What is with the wall? Can I go through it? Okay. Nice 3D video in talent. Yeah, what were you playing? This has been pretty fun, if a little frightening in its way. Oh my god, that was very close. News and politics? Okay, this is... I guess it's haste? No, you're not distracting me. Don't worry about that. And I need 221 more anti-sparks.
This game looks fun.
If I were speedrunning a Kaizo hack, I might be annoyed. But I am not doing that, and I don't know when the next time I speedrun anything is ever gonna be.
Woo! This does look like a... I wonder how much this game costs. Like, I might actually... Kind of looks fun. Okay, cool. So, we are going to find a
I'm
YouTube...
playing more scared now that I realize how little health I have.
Yeah. Whenever you're low health, it's always,
I
like,
honestly thought, like, the whole...
harder.
Like, it was like a couple hundred or something like that. Or like each of the hearts was its own like gauge, and I was not fully paying attention. It turns out there's very little health, actually.
So far, it looks like the world design has been really similar on each level. I wonder if there's like different worlds or how the level design works. Whoa!
Why would it send me through that if there's nowhere to...
Oh, this looks like it's probably procedurally generated, right? Like none of this is...
What do you do in the news and politics channel? I could assume and talk about news and politics, but what is your particular style or what have you. Square shoes. Okay, okay. I can feel that.
Okay, I'm trying to... Here, let me look up this. Who was recommended on YouTube? Political punk? Actually, you know what? Why don't we raid Riverboat on YouTube? Is Riverboat still live? Yeah. Here, let me mute system sounds and then pull this open and then mute Riverboat. There we go.
Time chat from Raiders. So how the hell did you find this stream? You watch a bunch of Kaizo or? Just curious. Where is my? Did you look through the LGBT or trans tag or something like that? Oh, one of your viewers recommended me. Oh, hello. Wait, is Shakespeare isn't the new name for Alyssa's girlfriend, is it? No. Okay. Different person.
Sorry for if you're all just watching me like.
Yeah, I usually play. Okay. Take care. Take care. Let me drop you a
See you, Madison.
Thank you, BK. How you doing?
Okay, I'm gonna drop out. I'm gonna exit.
Brew? Gotcha.
I'm gonna exit out of the Twitch. And then we are going to pop open. Wait. Why is this not? Hold on. Oops. That's not what I want. That's not right. Why is it not? It's not showing me the... Oh, there it is. Okay, so then let me unmute.
Vulnerability. And so I think what we are seeking is a return to a rules-based order that eliminates the hypocrisies around when too often in the West we
Hey,
look
chat.
the other way
Go like
for inconvenient populations.
Go like Riverboat stream and then type in the chat a raid from me. Type in like Leah Passinetti raid or something. Oh, Shavda, thank you for following me on Twitch, Shinon on Twitch, and Blarg. Thank you for the Twitch follows. Thank you. Really appreciate that. But yeah, if anyone wants to pop into... Oh, let me grab the link for the stream. I'll post this in YouTube. And then pop over there and just be like, hey, we came from Leah Passinetti. Woo. Woo. Please. Please and thank you. And I gotta run, guys. I gotta go do my injection and stuff because I'm already late on it. So I'm going to pop out and get right to that. But yeah, thank you all for the support. Thank you for the great stream. I had a wonderful time, and I hope to see you all either in the next stream or video or whatever. Stay hydrated and love y'all, and catch you next time. Peace out.